Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So this morning I am just going to do a random read and see what comes out for you. And I will pull all signs at the end. Spirit, give me guidance for the collective today. What do they need to know for their highest good? So this is the Sacred Travelers Oracle cards. Let's see what we have for you today. It's like my hands are just not big enough to... Taking shelter, the answers are within. It's like hermit mode in a way. You can see the lantern there, and normally you see the hermit on a mountain, right? Oop, okay. Oop. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. And we have traveling lately. Simplify your life. So I think there's a need here to step back and assess something here. It could be love, career. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you. I will pull a spirit animal card at the end as well. So let's get started. Spirit, give me guidance for the collective. What it is that they need to know. What is it that they need to know? I don't know why I feel like a decision needs to be made. What does the collective need to know today for their highest good? Please and thank you. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah. Four of Swords. Taking a step back, taking a retreat, right? Doing some type of healing for oneself. I think sometimes we get so mixed up in the, daily hustle and bustle and really don't have a choice here. Yeah. Like getting the energy, like I said, I felt like you had to make a decision. So, Give me just a second. I really feel like there's something going on in the home environment. It could be career as well, don't get me wrong. And really trying to do an assessment here. And I don't see any fire here, so... And Pisces had that in their reading. They didn't have any fire, but I feel like the passion for whatever it is that perhaps once made you happy has been deflated. And there's a sense of really being in your head, trying to assess here. I do think that there's also a sense here of like making the wrong decision. But there's a lot of reflection here, and some of you just feel absolutely exhausted. It's just, it's like your happiness. It's like it's like Spirit's asking you, okay, are you wanting to stay where you are, or is it happiness that you seek? What is it that you seek is what I keep getting. What is your heart telling you to do? Right? Because our ego tends to get in the way, which is the Eight of Swords. We tend to tell ourselves things. Maybe we're not good enough, or we question ourselves. Why is this happening? Right? and then we get up it's like we just get up in our head so badly that we create more anxiety, more fear. In our head. It's like there's a conflict, right? There's a conflict between happiness, emotional fulfillment, and anxiety. Like some of you may feel stuck in a family situation or a career. But there's a big message here of, Two of Cups, yes, that can represent a love relationship, a situation, right? It can also represent your divine feminine and your divine masculine, as we all have that within us, to become more balanced here. And with the seven, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like it's all, regardless of what this is, really doing an assessment, right? What's working, what's not working. And I feel like a lot of you need to like write your thoughts down. I don't think we realize, and I've done this, is really by journaling, we're allowing those feelings to come out on paper. And at least it's coming out, right? Instead of staying within. I'm going to clarify these, but I just feel like there's really something you're conflicted about. And I feel for a lot of you, it's something you need to let go of because it's just not keeping you in a good place, regardless of what this is. And I do like seeing the Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles because it's telling me you're really trying to step back and think about things. Like I said, Hermit, I'm surprised the Hermit hasn't come out, but there's some kind of decision that does need to be made. And I do surround it's regarding your happiness. For some of you, this is a family situation, but you're really hesitant about it. All right, let's see. Why is the Four of Swords here, Spirit, for the collective? Why is the Four of Swords here for the collective, please? And thank you. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Oops. The Hermit in reverse. I think there's been some type of resistance here to seeing something for what it is and trying to force something to work here. I just keep hearing the word isolated. So maybe some of you have been isolating yourself for quite some time. I'm going to keep going. Let me see. Because I really feel like it's telling you there's something you really need to look at, that maybe you feel like you've done an introspection or something like that, but there's something still lingering. Like that's just the energy I'm getting. Hang on, let me make sure I didn't just jack these up. Okay, let's see what we got. Spirit, why is Judgment here? Why is Judgment here? Let me scoot this over. Yeah, it's like you're trying to balance things out. You are wanting things to change, right? I mean, you have the Judgment and the Death card. That's huge. I am feeling like there is just like something had to fall apart for something new to transform here. And for something else to come into balance. And for a lot of you, that's just your happiness. Um, how can I say this? It is about, I feel like for some of you, you really like have become more spiritual, having some type of awakening. But it's like some type of, again, I feel like a tower has occurred, and a tower can be, you know, it can be good and bad, right? But ultimately, a tower is for our highest good. And it's like, it's time to leave. It's time to become happy again and leave your past pains You know, it's like we're only given a certain amount of time here on this earth. And are you going to stay stuck? Or are you going to really embrace happiness here? Okay, let's see why the Ten of Cups is here. Because I feel like your goal is the Ten of Cups, right? Regardless, again, regardless of what your situation is, because this can refer to anything. Why is the Ten of Cups here? And I feel like it's been a struggle to make this decision. You know, it's like you're really wanting to come into balance. It's really been rough. Like, I just feel like you've been through a really rough time. Especially, you can see the water behind him and how turbulent it is. And it's like a lot of ups and downs. But know that you're heading in the right direction, right? Look, Knight of Wands and strength. Definitely needing strength here. You know, the Knight of Wands, Knights are all about traveling, travelers. They're travelers. They're in the process of going through one phase in their life to another. And there's a sense that needing to find yourself again, right? Needing to get this fire back in you. And I said up here, there wasn't any fire, there wasn't any passion. And I'm feeling like, you know, there's this true sense of needing to get passion within yourself. And it's like with the Strength card, it's just reiterating about needing to have a strong sense of yourself, right? Having the willpower, the self-belief that you're competent, capable, able. And there is something significant going on. And it's like, I feel like you've just been battling between, you know, dark and light. But I do definitely feel there is something new on the horizon for you, and it's different for all of you. But there's really needing, again, a time to step back and look at something here. But remember not to stay in that energy for too long, because when we stay in that energy for too long, sometimes we can become way more in our head and things get even more confusing for us, right? I mean, we've all been there. There's no, that's just that's how we work as humans, right? Let me scoot this over a little bit. And I feel like most of you, know this. You know that, and I do feel like this has been a struggle. This is not an easy task here. But it's also assisting you in your growth here, okay? Why is the Eight of Swords here for the collective today? Why is the Eight of Swords here for the collective, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah, like, sometimes we can make it worse by overthinking and overanalyzing, and that's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting, maybe some of you just need to take a break and step back. Maybe you literally need to go on a vacation. And when I look at this card, traveling lightly, simplify your life, like, there's just a heaviness in your energy. And a lot of you need to learn to really have more love for yourself, and knowing that love flows through you and to you. And you do have all the answers within. But again, we always struggle with our ego and our thoughts and our fears and our anxieties. And I think a lot of times too, we tend to, when something doesn't look like we want it to, right? When something doesn't happen in the time that we want it to, we tend to get into our head. And it's like, okay, I'm putting in all this work and I'm not seeing anything come about, right? It's disappointing. And then we start getting back in that place like, why am I doing all of this, right? Again, I think a real big lesson for us that I've learned over the last few years through some really tough times is we have to believe and trust, and that is very hard to do, especially when you feel like everything around you is crumbling and, having that feeling of seeing everybody around you. It's like, oh, they have the house, they have the good job, they have this, and it's like, why can't I do that, right? Why can't I have those things? I'm really putting in a lot of work, and I feel like you're almost there. And it's very hard for us not to compare ourselves to other people and what they have. And it's like, where am I failing? Where am I not a good person? I help people. I do all these things, right? And it can be it can be damaging to our ego as well, right? Because it's like, then we like start really beating ourselves up and getting our thoughts. And it's like, there's just a message here of, you don't worry about other people. And that is easier said than done. But there's a sense of needing to focus on you and to keep going, because you're heading there. And when we transform and we go through these transformations, and sometimes I feel like we go through multiple transformations, right? In a few months, in a year, whatever. It's really about, learning from the past. Think about a situation where you really didn't think a good outcome would happen, or you were expecting one thing and something better came out of it. And that's what I'm feeling like some of you have had, where you've been through something, it really, you came out of it. You came out of the darkness. Know and trust and believe you will get out of this time. You will get out of this. Let's see. Why is the Two of Cups here? Sometimes we're our own worst critics, and sometimes we allow what others have or how others treat us somehow define who we are and our value. And I'm getting, don't do that. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. It's like, you're not, like there's a sense of just not being emotionally balanced. It's really important, like I said in the beginning, to have that divine feminine, divine masculine balanced, right? And I feel like you are working on that. And it's very hard. And I know, because I've been there, and being a Cancer, it's even more, it's like, I feel like with all the astrology going on, if you're a water sign, it's like the emotions are overwhelming. And it's like every month they're overwhelming, because of all the changes. And I want to pull another card here. Why is the King of Cups in reverse, Spirit? Why is the King of Cups in reverse? Yeah. I really feel like you are trying to grow things for the long term. Everything you enter into with a career, love, whatever it is for you, you want to make sure it's solid. And even though there's a page here, right, which speaks of messages and beginnings, new beginnings. It's like, you're learning, okay, well, you know what, this didn't work, so now I gotta go this, I'm being redirected to this point. Some of you could be learning something and it's, you know, very stressful and it's emotional because maybe of the other responsibilities you have and trying to balance all the responsibilities you have. And that's hard. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's not, because it's not easy. And I do get a strong sense like there's a tug of war within yourself. And there's a tug of war between, you know, again, emotions here. Like there's conflict between an emotional tug of war and beginning something new here. You know, making that decision. And maybe you find yourself really being really sensitive lately, you know. Again, emotionally unavailable. When I say emotionally unavailable, like, you know what? Sometimes we tend to always be there for other people that we become so drained, we lose sight of ourselves. And then it's like we don't even have the emotions to give to ourselves, right? That's just how I'm feeling. Again, I read intuitively, but you know, I also feel like there's some type of bottled up emotion. And even possibly there could be fear of rejection here. And again, there's a strong sense of needing to get balance within yourself. Because when you can get balance within yourself, that controls a lot, right? Let's see why the Seven of Pentacles is here. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? I just saw the Fool at the bottom. Jeez. Yeah, look. The World, the Six. Can you also, let me see. Sorry. I wasn't expecting all these cards. You know, I got the Star at the bottom of the deck again. It was at the bottom when after I pulled the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, like there's a strong needing here for a new direction, right? As well as healing. And balance. Like I keep hearing balance. I do feel there is again, there's a new beginning in the process of taking place. I said the Fool card, you know, before I started shuffling was at the beginning. Like there is a new beginning taking place, whether you see it or not, right? You are headed into a better time here. You know, it's like something is finally going to come full circle and it's like you're going to, you know, it's like how can I say, creating stability here for you. And remember, only you can provide that to yourself. Like only you have to be happy within yourself. You can't depend on other people, other things, material things to make you happy. Because I'm getting, for some of you, you're focusing too much on the money and really not what your intuition is telling you. And I do feel like your intuition, your inner wisdom, your higher knowing here is being clouded by your fears here, your anxieties, just feeling a sense of overwhelmed. You know, I like that. Okay, we're going from the 8, we're going to the 9, we're about to, we're moving up, we're about to head to the 10, right? Because the 10 is, I'm done, like putting an ending to the pain, the negative thinking, the negative thoughts. But it is time to confront something head on, you know? And I do feel like a lot of you need to trust your intuition to overcome some type of worry. And again, through introspection here, and looking at self, you really can access a deeper knowledge and wisdom, because that's what the High Priestess is all about. You know, just a very heavy energy. But by acknowledging, you know, the patterns of negative thinking and fears and doubts, it's like, overcome them, overcome these to move towards a more positive and fulfilling future here, because it is possible. Our struggles encourage us, right, to face things in life, to look within ourselves and find solutions. It forces us, that's the whole point, right? To force us into looking at something that we need to. And again, that's hard, right? So I'm going to pull a spirit animal card, and then I'm going to pull all signs, okay? Spirit, give me guidance for the collective. Oh, my goodness, that's way too many. Oh. Let's see. What do we have for the collective, Spirit? What do we have for the... And I do feel like you're heading in the right direction. It's just going to take a minute, and as humans, we tend not to be patient because we want the immediate gratification, but everything takes time. Polar Bear, Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. I mean, I love this. This is kind of just reiterating the reading here. If this resonated with you, and if it did, I would greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing and commenting, okay? Thank you. All right, all signs. Let's get started. Spirit, give me guidance for Aries. What do we have for Aries? What is it that Aries needs to know? Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to know? 2 more shuffles. Is that 1 or 2? Okay, I'm going to do one more. I gotta go one more. Aries, 6 of Cups, yeah, being playful. Perhaps some of you need to heal some type of childhood trauma or something from childhood that's come into your adulthood, right? Because we all carry things. But I'm also getting the sense, with the cat in this picture at the bottom, is to always remain hyper aware of your surroundings. And it's okay to be aware. And with the rabbit here, that speaks of prosperity and success as well. And, a lot of times rabbits are very fearful of people, wild rabbits anyway. It's, and with the rabbit here, it's like, okay, it's okay to have fears, but it's like you need to tame those fears, especially with the strength card And I don't even know why. It's like I just automatically looked up and it was like, it's time to tame your fears. And I do feel blessings are coming in for you. And again, there could be something from the past you need to heal from. Whether that's a past person, whether it's from childhood, you take that as it resonates. What do we have for Taurus, Spirit? What do we have for Taurus? Taurus, please. Taurus. What do we have for Taurus, please? One more shuffle. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, just assessing, right? Seeing what's working, what's not, and needing to make a decision. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is here 3 times. You know, it's like a reiteration. I meant what I said here. You really need to assess the things that affect your stability, right? What's affecting your emotions? Is it a person? Then cut them out. Because if somebody constantly puts you in a place of confusion and, you know, in your head, making you feel restricted, one, you have the control not to allow that person to do that to you. And two, that's just, it's time to cut it out. And work on healing from that is the energy I'm getting. You know, it could be a work situation. Again, it doesn't matter. It could be a boss, right? What do we have for Gemini? Gemini. Gemini, please, Spirit. Gemini. Ooh, 2 more shuffles. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, you have 2. The 9 of Wands and the King of Wands. So it's time to get your ambition back here. It's time to really step into your power. The King of Wands makes it happen. Okay, this is fire energy. It's about getting fired up, getting that passion back again that's been lacking within you. Because it's like there's gonna be success in anything you do once you get over this hump, right? Once you get over the burdens that you've had to overcome. But understand that these burdens have made you who you are today, and you're a lot better for it, for as painful as they've been. And I do get, for some of you, it's like there's just an ongoing battle with your, it's like with your physical and mental well-being. And it's really time, maybe there's something you need to seek help or, you know, get assistance, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So I do feel like this is, you know, it's time to be nurturing to oneself and really pay attention to what your dreams and what you aspire to do as well. All right, let's see. What do we have for Cancer, Spirit? What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? Cancer, what do we have for Cancer, Spirit? 2 more shuffles. 1. I think I'm losing grip of the cards. 2. Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's time for a new adventure, a new beginning here. It's like get excited about what it is you do want and what it is you do desire. And there, you know, there could be something with this, is it the full moon in Aries? That's going to be very impactful. Or there's something that's actually going to happen that's going to get you really fired up and moving. right? Because wands are about movement, getting excited, going on an adventure. So I really like that energy, Cancer. All right, Leo, what do we have? Okay, Leo. 5 of Cups. Leo, again, there's, you know, getting over something, a situation or a person that has caused you pain. And I'm not even sure that it's something you're even interested in. I think it's coming more from a place of lack and not having something you really desire, right? And you feel that you're deserving of. But know whether this, again, it doesn't need to be love, it could be. Know that these 2 cups behind you speak of the balance, speak of something really good coming to you. And it's like, here's the Leo sign here with the 2 of Cups. You know, it's like there's a need to have balance. And let this go. They're falling. Let it go. They're tarnished. All you got to do is do some type of turnaround here and make a decision. Leo, okay, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo, Spirit? Virgo. Oopsies. It's way too many. Hold on. What do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo, Spirit? Virgo. 2 more shuffles. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are needing to learn something, or maybe you're in school, or learning a new skill, a new trade. And, you know, the peacock is very majestic, very powerful, very radiant. The peacock doesn't have to open its feathers to realize how beautiful it is and how majestic it is. And it's a really good sign of success. But get started. It's time to get started and start planting the seeds for your future here. All right. Libra, what do we have for Libra, Spirit? Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I greatly appreciate it. Libra. Okay. 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. I really feel like it's important to be cautious of your thoughts, because you can manifest your, you know, thoughts into actual things pretty quickly. So it's important to get out of the 8 of Swords, especially with 8 here. You know, it's 8s are indicative of the infinity symbol, which speaks of, you know, I feel like something's been going, you know, it's about manifestation, but I also feel like you've been going round and round and round with something. And there's a need to, again, put something to bed in a way. It's time to get your momentum back, Libra. It's time to get your momentum back and get out of this 8 of Swords energy. And, you know, it's like, get out of the trapped feeling and be committed to yourself to start moving, taking action. Again, it's like I keep hearing get fired up. You know, remove any, you know, for some of you, it could be self, you know, victimization. Like, don't sit here and feel sorry for yourself. Like, get up, and the only person who can make that change is you. You know, don't lose yourself here. All right, Scorpio. Give me guidance for Scorpio here. What? Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio. Ooh. Hermit. Yeah, like, you know, I do feel like some of you have been in this introspection period for quite some time. And you know, the stars in this lantern, and it's like just, you know, you're it's like you're headed in the right direction. Some of you may feel lonely, and some of you may need to get out. But don't stay in this energy for too long either. I do feel like a wish is being granted for you. Like you're on the road for this wish to come to fulfillment, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. What do we have? Sagittarius. Four of Swords. There's some type of healing. Again, needing to step back, needing to rest. I don't know why I wanted to look at the bottom. Three of Swords. You know, some of you are in the healing process. You know, but it is time to rejuvenate, you know, step back. And, you know, you're a fire sign, and Sagittarius tend to, you know, if you try to pin a Sagittarius in the corner, they're going to run, right? It's like I'm getting complete Knight of Wands energy. Don't, you know, there's a sense here of like, don't, you know, sometimes instead of running, there's a need to communicate. So it's not so exhausting, right? Um, and I'm just getting the sense it's time. Like some of you have just been on the go so much. Like go go go, you know, with the Knight of Wands, and it's like okay, it's time to just take a step back. Like I know you're trying to get a lot of things done, but at the same time, your health is very important because if you don't have that and you're worn down and you're you know not feeling your all, this wrong decisions can be made, mistakes can be made, which can be of a detriment, okay? Or you could possibly, you know, get sick because your immune system is down. So I don't know why I'm getting all that, but anyway. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, who's next? Sagittarius, Capricorn. Ooh, all right, Two of Wands. Yeah, it's like you have this fork in the road, and it's time for you to decide. Are you going to go down the path less traveled, or are you going to go down the road everyone else goes down? Which one is it? You know, this mountain signifies like, you know, you're coming to some type of realization, to some type of, you know, it's being able to see the big picture. Because when you stand on top of a mountain, you're able to see a huge perspective, especially with the birds here, right? They can see over a large area versus just being on the ground. And so some of you also need to look at something in the bigger picture and not just from one perspective, okay? Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting. I greatly appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. All right, Aquarius, please. What do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius, please, Spirit. Two shuffles. Ooh. One, oh, okay. The Magician and the Ten of Wands. So you have two cards. So I think you're realizing in order for your manifestations to come to fruition, there's things you need to get rid of, right? I also feel like you are here. You are so close to wrapping up things in order for your harvest, in order for your manifestation to come into light. You know, in the United States, September and October are harvest time, okay? It's fall. And it's like you're finally, the things you've planted, the things you've nurtured, the things you've asked the universe, God, angels, whatever it is you believe in, are coming to fruition because, you know, yes, this has been a burden for you, right? but you knew there was still an end goal, because it's like, and with the Ten of Wands facing the Magician, it's like, all right, like your manifestations, because of the wisdom you gained through these burdens and the knowledge you've gained through these obstacles, is coming to an end. It's a 10. And your manifestations are harvesting. Okay? Love that for you, Aquarius. Wow. All right, what do we have for our beautiful Pisces? Last but not least here. Let's see. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces, please? Pisces spirit, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to take these two. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. I do feel that there's a sense of things have been moving slowly, but things are, you know, Pentacles are all about long-term stability, resources, right? And not just about money. It's about time. It's about energy. And even though something may have taken some time, and you've had to put a lot of work and effort in, it's like it's coming here. It's you're headed, and it could be by the next full moon. That's not for all of you. But you're walking into an opportunity. It's like he's looking at the Ace of Pentacles, and the the Knight of Pentacles faced up first. So it's like, oh, okay, I need to go there. You're headed. You know, nights are about traveling. Nights are about moving out of one phase into another, and you're moving out of one phase into another. Beautiful energy. All right, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please like, subscribe. Consider subscribing and commenting. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.